Thank you, Speaker. I rise today to speak in opposition of the Water Management Amendment Register of State and Commonwealth Water Access Licences Bill 2025. I do so alongside my colleagues, and I also want to acknowledge the continued advocacy of the member for Murray, who has brought this bill forward, as well as the leadership of the member for the Blue Mountains in articulating the government's response. Let me be clear from the outset, while the government supports transparency in water management and has a long proven track record of delivering it, this bill is simply not necessary. Since the introduction of the Water Management Act 2000, New South Wales has led the nation on water reform. Transparency is not just an aspiration for this government, it is embedded in how we govern. That is why when legislation like this comes before us, we take it seriously. But seriousness does not mean supporting duplication, inefficiency, or legislative overreach. The intent of this bill, greater public access to information, is constructive. However, the outcomes it seeks are already being delivered comprehensively and efficiently through the existing systems. Since 2006, the held Environmental Water Register has publicly disclosed detailed attributes of government-held environmental water licences, holders, share components, associated programs and management entities. Its companion, the Environmental Water Trades Register, transparently publishes temporary water trades, including volumes, licence numbers and trade purpose. These platforms already deliver exactly the sort of information the bill is seeking to mandate. More than 90 public information products on environmental water use, management and outcomes are already published by New South Wales and Commonwealth agencies. This demonstrates both the complexity of stakeholder needs and the depth of transparency already in place. Speaker, it is also important to note that most government-held water licences are for environmental purposes, which is where public interest is overwhelmingly concentrated and where our existing systems already provide clear, accessible information. Only a small proportion, around 5%, of government-held licences fall outside this category, such as those for infrastructure projects, schools, fisheries or research. These are already searchable through the New South Wales Water Access Licence Register. Yes, there are different registers, but this is because stakeholders have different needs. Trying to consolidate all systems into one risks making information less usable and less fit for purpose. And crucially, these platforms are not stagnant, they evolve. They are updated quickly and responsively without burdensome legislative requirements. For example, trade purpose data was added to the Environmental Trade Register within weeks of stakeholders requesting it. That is genuine transparency in action. Creating a new legislated register would not improve water management outcomes. It would not enhance understanding. What it would do is add cost, reduce flexibility and slow down future improvements. It is a solution in search of a problem. We must distinguish between what sounds good on paper and what actually delivers meaningful transparency. New South Wales already provides clear, targeted and effective public information. We already deliver what the public needs to understand how environmental and government-held water is managed. I thank the member for her tenacity, her diligence, her advocacy in the water space, but this bill does not advance transparency. It simply duplicates what already exists. The government will continue to support transparency, but we will do so by refining what works, not by replacing agile and effective systems with rigid legislative structures. And it is for this reason that I cannot support this bill.